Hi everyone. I wanted to talk about karmic relationship in this video, and I really wanted to share some of the information you probably won't get it in other YouTube videos, which has been shared by so many other people in this path. So it is a very tough topic for a divine feminine to understand why the divine masculine is in a karmic relationship. So the karmic relationship can be through like marriages or even having a like committed relationship, but not in a marriage, but with a karmic partner. Um, Maybe also could be he's been in relationship with, not in a committed way, but the relationship with many other people. So it's just like not about divine masculine. It could be the other way. If you're a divine masculine listening to this video and your divine feminine is in such a karmic relationship, it's applicable for both of you. But I'm just for the convenience just going to project everything on the divine masculine just to make it easy for me to describe. So first we need to understand what is karmic relationship, right? Karmic relationship, the karmic is the karma. So that means there is some unresolved patterns or unresolved karmas to resolve in this relationship. The why the divine masculine is in a relationship or in a marriage with a karmic partner is because there are certain karmic patterns to or baggages to clear in that relationship. That might be coming from his association with that person in his past life, or maybe in a some other way. So now, since you are in a twin flame journey, it is very important for both of you to have a balance of your karmas for your union to happen, right? Even if he release the person, if he take a divorce and come to you without resolving those, your relationship will not be in a very, it will not go in a very smooth way. So that is the reason the divine masculines are not able to release or get a divorce from a karmic partner, just like a soulmate relationship. In a soulmate relationship, what happens is like, okay, you don't like each other, it's you're not gelling together in the relationship, we will take a divorce. And we see this in a twin flame relationship and see that okay, my divine masculine is not divorcing the person, even though he doesn't like her or he doesn't like the relationship, doesn't want to even stay, but he is not still not divorcing that person. That is because it is required for him to balance all the patterns there and then come to you. Now let us understand what is karmic patterns or karmic baggages. Karmic patterns could be anything that you have taken on your side, right? It could be your past relationship, which you haven't healed or unresolved it yet. It could be your relationship with your parents or siblings or with any other relations. It could be your career, your job, your business, the relationship with your employers or business partners, or even with your employees, or any kind of associations. It also could be the way you're looking at your work. That also could be a karmic pattern. So now, since you are a twin flame, your divine masculine is just mirroring all of this in a karmic partner. So there are so many aspects to look at it, but we are just focusing in this video on the karmic partnership or karmic relationship, right? So we try to understand this angle of what is going on to heal. You need to look at how you're going to heal this. So if you have a past relationship, whether it is a marriage and you're divorced or not divorced yet, or you have another relationship, it's very straightforward that you need to clear everything in that relationship, right? Whatever you're holding on to in terms of your responsibilities, duties, upsets, everything you need to clear there. With the parents, for example, or with siblings, you need to look at what is the karma you are still holding on in terms of um, you're still being tied up there. It doesn't mean that you need to leave them. It just only means that you need to release those choices you have made, release those decisions you have made, release those vows and oaths you have made at some point of time. Your marriage relationship, if you're divorced or if you're like the partner is not alive at this point of time, but still, what is that still holding on to? Have you released those person from your energetic boundary? Are you still holding on to them? So there are certain things to look at from that perspective. If you have children, so what is those patterns you're still holding as a responsibility which is not aligned with love? That means if you are thinking that you need to be a provider for your children because that is your responsibility, because you are the only person who can give them or support them or take care of them, there is no one else there. So what happens here is you're projecting those protector or being the savior rather than giving the power to your children, to yourself. You're taking that baggages to you. So I'm not asking you to leave the children. I'm asking you to give them their power back and you release yourself becoming the savior mode, which is similar to the victim mentality. So you release yourself from the savior mode and take your power back in your own life. So now you are a provider for your children in a loving way, not from a baggage perspective, not from being I'm burdened here to give this. So your choices should be a loving choice. In your job or career, what is your relationship there? What are the baggages you're still carrying? Means the patterns you're still carrying from your maybe like the past years to till in your job or business. What are the patterns you're repeating? So that could be another karmic bondage. So you need to understand from this angle, like what are you not able to release it at, still causing a baggage in yourself. That is again your karma, you need to balance. Um, Maybe from a behavior perspective, for example, if you are in a discussion with your friends and suddenly you are getting angry or you are just releasing all your emotional stress, so that is something you need to look at. How many times is this repeating as a pattern, right? If you're constantly getting angry in different situations, you're reacting in a certain way, which is not in a loving way, that is the pattern you need to release. So this is again coming up from some of the experience in the past, which is again giving you a baggage of karmas to release. So basically, you need to look at your inner child wounds, the pain you have carried, wherever you have added more pain into your life because you thought giving power to pain would be easy for you to live instead of you having the power. In my case, many years I've been closed in my heart because I didn't want to get into any relationship because I wanted to be stay away because that was my way of protecting myself, which is not right. So certain cases we act as a protector for ourselves, closing down on certain things. So that is basically like receiving love. So wherever you have closed yourself of receiving love or receiving anything is something you need to look at as a pattern where you are repeating and what is the karma associated with that. So before me, there was a karma of a past painful experience, which I projected onto myself and others that every man should stay away from me. So that's something I was taken as my own belief and tried to protect myself. So similarly, like any experience you have projecting yourself and projecting to others, that needs to be cleared. Most of the cases why we repeat certain patterns is because of like there is no security in yourself, there is no self-worth, maybe lack of confidence, and also we are trying to control the situations, right? You're trying to be your own provider instead of knowing that God is your source and God is your provider and God is the who you need to give the security. So these are the under rooted issues or maybe the reasons you're holding on to such patterns. So basically you look at every aspect of your life, understand what you're repeating, what are the patterns where relationship are unresolved, where you need a resolution to give, where you are still holding on to stuff which you haven't released from your subconscious mind. So these are the areas you need to look at to release yourself from the karmic baggages. So as you release this, your divine masculine also releasing the karmic relationship at his end. It might be interesting to understand this because how my, you know, kind of this activities is like uh, affecting the divine masculine to release, because here you are reducing your karmic bondages, like the weight you're releasing, right? Wherever you're holding on to such things, you're releasing those and you're releasing your weight. So the other side, what happens is like your divine masculine is also releasing his weight, because when he's holding on to a karmic partner, he's releasing to an unnecessary baggage over there, and he's trying to kind of move it through suffering, because your divine masculine doesn't understand this in a 3D level. He doesn't have the awareness in a 3D perspective because he is more logical. He doesn't have the tools, you have the tools, and he doesn't know how to make the choices over there. But you, as a divine feminine, you know that you can make choices because power is in your hand, choice is in your hand. You have the tools, you have the awareness, you know the situations, you know what is happening. So, as you work on this, he is also getting released from the karmic relationship. So, this is what I really wanted to share in this video, because I thought uh, the other aspect of the karmic relationship and how to heal that has been given in many videos, but probably this aspect wouldn't have been covered. So I thought it is important for me to share this information with you so that you can look at and be proactive in healing. But even if you don't do that, eventually what happens is, like, as you doing the healing, you will be given and presented with all the situations. So eventually you are clearing up everything, but you don't have to wait. You can actually proactively look at all this aspect and heal that. So it's very important to understand that doing the inner work and healing is very important on a day-to-day basis. And from a karmic relationship perspective, it is not the divine masculine's choice to be there with that karmic relationship, but it is something he has to do because he's the one taking up the suffering mode in reality in 3D, because he doesn't know how to make choices over there and heal it. But you, as a divine feminine, you know, once you make a choice and when you put the actions, your karma is balanced there. You don't have to go through a suffering to balance the karma, because on earth, most of the humans, as humans, we think suffering is the safest way to balance the karma, which is not true. Your choices can balance your karma. You don't have to suffer. So everything is on your hand as a divine feminine to heal the situation. I hope this video helped. Let's see in the next video with another topic.